I feel like Zaytoven definitely has a sound. It's a certain sound. You can listen to music right now, and it can be music beat that I ain't even do, but it sounds like Zaytoven. They gonna be like Zaytoven music.
What's going on? It's your boy Aristotle Investments. I'm back with another episode of Kicking with the OGs. I got the legendary Zaytoven. The man is a whiz when it comes to the piano keys and making beats, and he's a legend in the game.
When it comes to how I make my money, even now to this day, it's so many different ways of making money off of music. You have to be God-fearing, for sure. I wouldn't be Zaytoven if God didn't put all the pieces together. He might not be in the position that I'm in. He probably don't make the type of money I make, but he's better than me. That humbles you right there. That's why I feel like, well, God put me in certain positions, not because of how good I am or how great I am or how hard I work. It's just I was chosen to be in the position. I never dreamed about having the influence that I have, but here I am now.
What's going on? It's your boy Aristotle Investments. I'm back with another episode of Kicking It with the OGs. I'm with one of the legends, producers, Zaytoven.
What's up, bro?
Nothing much. So, man, I want to kick the show off with one of the first questions I wanted to ask. What inspired you to be a music producer?
First of all, I didn't want to be a music producer. I was basically trying to be a musician. I'm a church guy, so growing up, starting in church in Mississippi, then moving all around, playing for different churches, I just want to be a good musician. You know what I mean? Just playing the keys. When I go to church, like, ooh, that dude right there, he can play. I want to be one of those guys like, okay, Zay can play. It wasn't until, later on when I got around like 17, 18, I started buying a keyboard that I play in church, but you could like make beats on them. Started getting interested in that. And before you know it, I was playing the keyboard at a football game. I was in San Francisco, California. And the guy by the name of JT, the bigger figure, he was like a big exec, in San Francisco. He seen me playing the keyboard, like, ooh, bro, I need to get you to the studio.
Right.
Brought me to the studio, and I really started making beats, at his studio. And then I started getting inspired to be like, hey, I want to do this. I want to make beats. I've been making beats, put them on tape, go home, listen to them, try to rap on them, let my little brother try to rap on them. But, I was doing it for the fun of it, but I really enjoyed just putting my music on tape, on a cassette tape, and going home and listening to it. So that's why I think, I really started getting inspired to be a producer.
So what's the difference between a producer, a beat maker, and a DJ?
All right, so a beat maker is just a guy that make beats. Like when I was making beats at the studio, that's what I was doing. I was just making beats. A producer is a guy that, produces an artist, help an artist, formulate a song, teach them what they need to do with the, this is where the hook go, this is where the verse go, producing a whole song, putting a whole production together. Now, DJ is a guy that just control the party. He on the ones and twos on the DJ set, playing music, say it at a club or.
Well, I would say like a person like a DJ drummer, like a person who's on the beat, like he's a DJ, but.
Well, that's like a mixed. It's like a hosting DJ. Even though DJ drummer, can actually, spin records, he became, popular being a host on a mixtape or whatever. So he's talking over all the songs. And that only happens when you become a popular DJ first. You got to be a guy that's rocking the parties and known for being a great DJ before you can be a host DJ where you can talk on mixtape.
So you're a producer.
Yes, sir.
You help the artists like develop and everything, and you know how to change make sure their sound is good and all of that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm the one that got the studio. I'm gonna bring you to the studio. I'm gonna make music for you, make music that really fit you as an artist, and then I'm gonna tell you how you should sound on the music. As long as they got some talent.
Who are some artists that you've helped develop their sound in a way?
I definitely would say Gucci Man first off, because me and him came in the game together. I would say Migos. I work real tough with OJ the Juice Man. I work real tough with Young Dolph.
Okay.
Work real tough with. Bankroll Fresh, rest in peace. You know, work real close with these guys. You know, they come to the house every day, and we just kind of formulating, putting our talents together and making a sound. So, yeah.
Okay. So if someone wanted to follow your footsteps, what would be the first 3 steps they would take? Like if I was a young guy and I wanted to be like Zaytoven, what would be the first 3 steps?
I would say being consistent would be the number one step. I'm a guy that's like consistently doing the same thing over and over again. If I'm making music, if I'm learning how to play the piano, if I'm going to the gym, whatever it is I'm doing, I'm consistently doing this, you know, on a regular basis. So if somebody want to be like Zaytoven, you definitely have to be consistent. Another thing I would say is you have to be God-fearing for sure, because you know that's how I was raised, and that's what I believe in. I feel like I wouldn't be Zaytoven if God didn't put all the pieces together. So that you definitely have to be somebody that believes in God, and showing that you believe in God. I'm still a guy that, you know, I still go to church, you know, still, you know, play the music at the church every Sunday. You know, I go to church 2-3 times a week, because that's just, I feel like that's the reason why I'm at where I'm at. So that definitely would be another step. And then being, I guess, a humble person. If you want to be like Zaytoven, I feel like that's one of the key ingredients is not feeling like I'm so good or I'm so great or I done so much, and that's the reason why I'm at where I'm at. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's definitely a main ingredient.
And you feel like religion humbles you is a big part of why
For
you're
sure.
humble.
I definitely feel like that helps humble you, because once you realize, that's like me playing the keyboard. I could be pretty good, and there's other people out there that think I'm like, man, Zay the best at it, Zay the truth. But it's so many people that's 20 times better than I am, and I can see it. I can see this person way better than me. He might not be in the position that I'm in. He probably don't make the type of money I make, but he's better than me. That humbles you right there. So that's why I feel like, well, you know, God put me in certain positions, not because of how good I am or how great I am or how hard I work. It's just I was chosen to be in the position. So
I definitely feel the same way. Like I'm a trader, but of course there's guys who make more money than me. But sometimes I might have the business side. I have a strong business, but you know, I'm a great trader, but I'm not the greatest.
yeah, not the greatest. Yeah, for
You
sure,
know?
for sure.
So what are some ways do you feel like it was only God that helped you get through or got you your talents? Like what are some ways that God worked with you through your talents where you was like, okay, this came from God?
Well, I mean, first of all, it's the gift. You know what I mean? The gift for even being able to be a musician. I feel like that's a God-given gift. You know, I've been playing music since I was, you know, young. So that alone has been, you know, something I know that just come from God. And then me being in the position I'm in. I never, as a kid, dreamed to be of some big time producer. I never dreamed about having the influence that I have. But here I am now. It's like Zaytoven is known for trap music, the trap sound or whatever. I never in my life would imagine that. So I only feel like that was God choosing me and putting me in that position.
Have you always wanted to invest in stocks, learn the stock market, interested in trading to earn another stream of income? Let's just say the average person in America makes $20 an hour. That's only $160 after an 8-hour shift. With my best-selling option trading beginners course, 6-step process to being a profitable trader, free books, and you even get to watch videos of me teaching celebrities like DC Young Fly from scratch. I can cut your time to make $200 plus in a day in just 1 to 2 hours. Don't believe me? Check out these gangs of accounts from different people that I help flip their accounts 100%. Yes, that means double the money in their accounts. For only $35, you get the best beginners course, 1 week access to my world famous trading signals. I have an 85% win rate already this year, 30 plus hours of additional training, a library of free books, a free beginners Q&A session with you at the end of the week via Zoom link. And I meet up with my community at all the major cities in America annually. You're basically in free because the return on investment I'll give you for only $35, just $5 a day, will 10x. Think about it. If the world shuts down again like the 2020 pandemic, how will you survive if your job decides to lay you off? All of these robots are taking our jobs, but they can't take the stock market. This stream of income could be earned while at home, no boss, and no behind kissing. Tap in. Link in the description, or I'll pin the link in the comments. Keep watching. What do you feel like your purpose is on this earth?
I mean, I feel like making music is definitely, my purpose. Being in the music industry is definitely my purpose, and being a certain person of character in this position.
I will say, I think I need to rephrase that question. What do you believe mark you've left on the music industry, in your opinion? Like when it's all said and done, Zaytoven left this. You know what I'm saying?
Well, of course, it's a sound. I feel like Zaytoven definitely has a sound. It's a certain sound. You can listen to music right now, and it can be beat that I ain't even do, but it sounds like Zaytoven. They're gonna be like, that's Zaytoven music. That's Zaytoven. Like, that's the mark. Like, the sound of my music I feel like, is a mark in this.
Like some of those piano keys.
It's the piano keys. Just the whole sound collectively is like, that's Zaytoven music.
It is melodic and trap at the
Yeah,
same
it's
time.
it's his own thing. Yeah.
Okay. So you feel like you pioneered a sound.
I believe so. And it comes from working with the guys I work with. It comes from working with, guys like Gucci and OJ and Migos and, all the different Future, all the guys I named and I work with. That's what helped cultivate my sound and make it, what it is.
So I see you kind of balling, you know what I'm saying? Like I bought the Cybertruck the same day you bought the Cybertruck. And during 2024, a lot of people PPP money done ran out. So for a person to be buying a Cybertruck in 2024, that speaks a lot about the moves he's made in his career. So I want to ask you, how do you monetize yourself as Zaytoven? Like, how do you actually make money doing what you do?
So I'm a hustler by nature. Like, ever since I was coming up, I was playing music in the church, but I'm one of those guys that I play at 2-3 different churches. I might play for a singing group. I play at a wedding. I play at a funeral, because this is how I make my money. So when it comes to how I make my money, even now to this day, it's so many different ways of making money, off of music. It's one thing to sell beats. It's one thing to be on Future's new album or whatever big artist's new album. Yeah, of course you make money doing all that, but using social media, I do something called producer camp, where I bring producers in and show them the game.
Okay. I didn't know you did it.
Yeah, it's a lot of different avenues, man. I got my own digital distribution company, for all the artists that need distribution.
Right.
And Zaytown Global, they can distribute their music through me, through my company. So it's just a lot of different ways, man,
So when you produce a beat, what is the split on the song that you get and the artist get and everything? So
I'm a producer that most of the time I'm really producing by myself. I'm not a producer that really use a lot of like ghost producers or a lot of producers making the beat, as well with me.
Right.
So it's really 50-50 between me and the artist, unless the artist had a writer or somebody else to help them. But most of my splits, 9 times out of 10, my splits are, half of the song.
So no matter what, you get your half.
No matter what.
And that's why you lit.
You're right.
So you don't have to split it with a label. You don't have to.
No. It's 50% Zaytoven. And in the music world, it's really 100%. So it's like, the song is 200%, and the artists get 100%, and I get 100% of the music.
They split it in 200%.
Yeah. It's like 100% of the written part, then 100% of the musical part. I mean, it's two ways to look at it, but it's 50-50, you know.
So you get 50% of what exactly? Like the streams, the
Whatever this composition does, if this song goes platinum, if this song go 2 times platinum, however much money this song makes, I get half of that.
how does a song make a lot of money? Like, could you break that down?
It has to do good. It has to do well. A lot of times you have labels involved, you know, that's promoting the song. A lot of times labels are putting a lot of money behind it, you know what I mean, to make it go where it needs to go. Radio the radio start playing the song gets bigger. You know, so it all depends.
So this is a controversial topic. What is the least amount of money can a person use to make a song blow, in your opinion?
The least amount of money, a song can blow with no money.
Just
if
on
it go
TikTok.
viral, if it go viral, you ain't really spent no money.
So if somebody had like a 50 racks and they wanted to put that towards their music career, how would they do that in your opinion?
What would be the smart investment for $50,000? It depends on, I would say, depends on the type of artist. But now, playlisting and ads on social media and playlisting on all these like Spotify or Apple Music I think that's the best way to go now.
So you can pay money to get on a playlist.
Yeah.
On what playlist?
It's a lot of different ones. It's a lot of different playlists. Like you got the big ones on Spotify, like I gotta look at it. I forget so many different playlists.
I didn't know that. So you can
Rap Caviar is like a big playlist, but your song has to actually be doing well to get on, these playlists. You got different playlists like Beast Mode. You got, workout play. There's a lot of different playlists out there that that your song can start growing from those playlists, and if your song is on the playlist.
So as an independent artist, like, what are some ways you believe, or what are ways would you tell a young independent artist to market themselves, and what would be the cheapest route to market themselves, in your opinion?
Social media is the best way to do anything now, because this is nowadays. It's not even just about your song; it's about people caring about who you are or interested in what you are or what you do. So if I was an up and coming artist, a new artist, I would be showing, my character, my pizzazz, what I can do, keep something that make people interested in me. So when I do drop some music, they'll go check it out. But nowadays it's like the social media with Instagram and TikTok and all this, you just got to engage people. And I think, your career can really blow from there. The reason I say that, there's so many artists right now, I don't know none of their music. But you look at their following, they got a major following. They go do a show or a concert. The people know every word to these songs. And I'm like, how they know that? I ain't never heard that before.
Right. You can have your own independent.
You got your own, these people got a cult following that people that they just.
My boy Cardi. I went to high school with Playboy Cardi. I rarely listen to his
stuff
music,
is
but he
crazy.
got a mosh pit every time.
You can't even name the song. It's like, bro, I don't know what song that is.
Yeah.
But, so.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, like, do you believe that the shelf life of music is getting like lesser, you know what I'm saying? So lesser shelf life. Can you explain your theory on that?
Well, it's technology. Technology is making everything move so fast.
Shorter attention span.
Yeah, the attention span ain't, it's hard to watch a music video now. If it ain't just long enough to go on Instagram, it's like, man, I don't want to watch that whole long video. Because we ready to see something else. That's like now on my phone. You know how you used to scroll and see and like pictures? Now you just scroll and you ain't taking time to like it no more. It's just, until something that's probably
stick out,
crazy, that's like stick out. Other than that, it's like, so we getting desensitized to everything.
I do. I even feel for myself that music like lasts shorter than what it used to. Like, I like a song, I listen to it for 2 weeks. Now I'm ready for a new one. So do you feel like the demand is too high for the music industry to keep up with?
Not really, because as a producer, man, I make 10 beats in one day and don't want to hear these same beats tomorrow. I already make 10 more.
I'm talking about as far as like a new hit song coming out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like you can have a hit song that comes out, today, but it's so much stuff coming out, every day that in 2 weeks it's like, okay, that's old news. So, I don't think that the artists or the producers are gonna run out of talent or run out of songs. It just got to be produced at a bigger scale. You got to put out more.
Okay. So
Not gonna last like back in the day, an album last you a year.
right.
Now it's like, man, you got 2 months with that.
Just an album last 2 months. I say the last time I seen somebody album last a year was My Turn, Lil Baby.
Yeah.
That damn near lasted 2.
Yep. Well, when you get a new artist that come in and just sticks, then yeah, they probably can their album can probably stick around for a while. But it's getting worse now though. It's like it don't matter who you are.
Yeah.
So it don't matter who you are. It don't matter what you just put out 2 months ago. That's over.
So you saying like nostalgia is dying pretty much. Like people can't just be. I do feel like it's hard to become a legend today
It is.
than it was
Definitely.
back in the day.
I'm looking at even producers now. It's hard to be a standout producer now by like creating your own sound because it's so much stuff now. As a producer, man, what helped me make my sound is I got this keyboard, I got this drum machine, and I got to use the sounds that's in here. Now they got programs, man. It's so many sounds. It's like a million sounds right in my face. So it's like, I don't know what to choose no more. So I might choose this today, tomorrow. Ooh, that sound good. Before you know it, I don't even have a sound because I got too many options. I got too much to, choose from. So it helps. It really makes us less creative, and the machines are doing really all the work.
So you feel like now like AI could basically
AI can just do it.
make a beat.
It can make a beat. You can tell it what to make.
So what programs?
I mean, it's a lot of VST. Like I'm a guy that use an MPC.
I don't know what neither are.
Yeah. But it's just like now it's like plugins where you can hold a button and it almost makes a beat for you.
What's VST and
VST
MPC?
is almost just like virtual instruments where instead of having a big keyboard that I paid $5,000 for, I can pay $500 and get the VST where it's in my computer and it's a lot more sounds in there than it is even in my keyboard.
And what's the MP? What did you say?
MPC is a drum machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got it. When I don't know something, I got
the
to
game it's getting different. Now, it's making it where you don't even have to really know that much about music now.
For real?
As long as you kind of tech savvy, you can be the best producer out there.
Do you feel like it's easy to produce and record yourself?
Yeah, now it is.
What ways would you give somebody pointers on doing that?
I mean, it's so crazy. My son records now, right?
And you do it yourself.
The man records on something I don't know nothing about. It look foreign language to me when I look at it.
Right.
But he sit there and record every day, all day long. If he asked me to come and record him on that program, I don't know how to do it. But it's so different, and there's so many different ways now. You just go on YouTube and get the program and be up there recording all day. That's how it is.
So in your opinion, does money buy happiness?
No. Not at all. I feel like that's why, you got so many millionaires that then probably killed themselves because money don't make you happy.
Why do you feel like when somebody gets money, they become less happy sometimes?
I think it's because maybe the people around them or the pressure around them, everybody looks at you as in you can solve their problem with your money.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what it really is, I think.
I'm pretty sure you went through that, right? Family entitlement or friend entitlement.
Anybody that got some money, they're going to definitely deal with people that say, hey, I need you. I need your money.
People will find problems to solve with your money.
Yeah.
All the time with me.
And that can get, almost depressing. Like, golly, and you
really
give
can.
it to them, but you know, a lot of times when you do give people, you know, money, a lot of times it enables them where they come back. Well, I need some more money.
Yeah.
I need something else. I need another favor. I need some more help.
So you definitely dealt with that.
I think anybody with some money has dealt with that.
Of course. Yeah. See, I made my first million at 23, so I had to deal with that at such a young age that I didn't really know how to, but cuss people out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to deal with that. I'm straight out the military, you know.
Mm-hmm.
What age did you make your first meal, if you don't mind me asking?
You know what? That's hard to say because I never kept count. The best thing about me in my journey is I gradually got more and more money, and I think God did it like that for me on purpose. So I didn't just get no one big lump sum of money. Then I gotta lose all my family and friends because everybody, hey, I need this, I need that. I kind of gradually grew. You know, once I made my first $100,000, I was able to say, oh, here, Mom, here goes some money. Pops, here goes some money.
And what age was that?
That was, how now? You telling my age now? Let me see.
You in your 20s?
20s? Wow, let me shake your hand. You say I'm in my 20s.
No. I said,
I thought you said you was at that. I thought you said I look like I'm in my 20s. I'll take that now.
Yeah, you were in your 20s.
Yeah, I was in my 20s. Yeah, I was in my 20s. But for somebody like, you know, for my family, it's like, dang, you made that much money off doing, you know, what you're doing. I'm still cutting hair at the barbershop when I made $100,000 off of music. Because I see my mama get them to go to work. I see my daddy get them to go to work. I need to get them to go to work. Right. This $100,000 might be the last time I get $100,000. So I'm going to share with my people and, you know, and keep working. And it just kind of gradually went from there. It went from that to, okay, my song number one, you know, with Usher. Then I come back and do the Migos, Versace. So the money's going like, okay, now it's like 500.
What song was that by Usher that went number one?
Papers.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
So it's like, you know, the money started just kind of gradually coming in. I never just went and signed a big deal, say, you know, let's do a deal for 1.5 or none of that. I didn't do that. I wanted my money to slow roll so I can really know how to control it.
You stay independent the entire time.
Yeah, that was my whole thing. Like,
why? Like, did you feel like signing was a bad thing?
I just really wasn't that interested in it. And then where I come from, like the guy I was learning from, JT the Bigger Figure, he was all independent. Everything he did was independent.
Right.
You know, making his own money, making his own moves, doing how he need, you know, what he wants.
So you got zero sponsors, nothing. You just
that's where I don't owe nobody nothing. So I might not get all that money right now. It's coming. It'll come. And I'd rather have it, you know, throughout the years rather than it all come at one time.
That's how I feel too. Like everything I do is independent. And the reason why is because I enjoy my freedom of speech. Yep. You can't destroy independent. Yep. But when you keep trying to, all right, let me go get a boss. Now you gotta hush. You gotta do what they say. You gotta be where they say you're gonna be. This and that. So I just enjoy, no matter how much money I make, independent. You know what I'm saying? Just that pride and dignity that comes with it. It's special. You know what I'm saying? I
did a record deal one time in 2018, I think. Just to, you know, so I can put out an album. You know how you have like a various artist album. I'm producing everything. So I did that.
But it was more of a collaborative thing.
Well, no, I did a deal with Motown.
Okay.
But it was for one album, for this one album, and we could extend it if we both agreed to, go further.
But they don't own your IP or nothing like that.
They own that album that I did.
Okay.
But I did that. I said, you know what? Let me do something different. Maybe this will help brand me that much bigger, made me that much bigger. That year, because I did the album called Trap Holiday, that same year, I did an album with Lecrae, said Let the Trap Say Amen. I did Beast Mode 2, and I did Future, and then I did Usher A album. All in this same year.
Oh, you did Usher album too?
Yeah, a whole album in Usher.
So you can do R&B and trap.
But see, what the thing, that's the reason why I want to stay independent is because what they're telling me is, we don't want you to do all these albums because you're signed to us and that's not helping us at all. You know what I mean? It's cool if you produce for them, but we don't want you to be an artist's name on these albums because it's not really helping us over here. And I'm like, man, see, that's the reason why I want to stay independent. So after I did that one album, I'm like, okay, cool. I don't want to do that no more.
You just don't like being controlled at all.
Well, it don't work in my favor.
What gave you this? And you said JT was the one who gave you this mentality of like, just don't let nobody control you.
Mm-hmm.
And you find happiness through that no matter how much money.
Yeah, because it's not that I need a lot more money. It's not, I'm not one of those guys that's like, the money I got is not enough.
So do you feel like you would have made more money signing?
Possibly. I could have. But then again, I feel like maybe my career wouldn't last as long as it done lasted. A lot of times, man, you can be a artist or somebody that get a lump sum of money 10 years ago, but then you forgot about now.
Mm.
And then your money ain't looking the same no more. You done spent. One thing I know about getting a lot of money is easy to spend. It's easy to spend that money when you see it all like that.
So you a person who's a firm believer of gradual success rather than instant success.
I like
Roddy Ricch said that. He said, if I could change anything, I would rather have gradual success than a pop.
Exactly. I think the respect level is different that way. People respect the fact that you going the long way, the long route.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when was the last time would you say it was you were down in that case? Like mine was like 2017, where I felt like I ain't really had no money. Like when the last time where you were rock bottom, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to explain the situation, just when.
Ain't never been no rock bottom. I've been too scared to go to rock bottom. That's why, I'm a guy that always kept my, my face to the ground and work. Never just spent crazy money on doing nothing crazy. I don't have no habits or vices where I done lost some money gambling or I'm at the strip club throwing all my money,
So you were never broke?
Nah. Nah, I ain't never go broke.
I ain't never been broke.
No. Man. You know what I mean? I might not have been the richest, but I ain't never, I'm the type of person, when I see my money, hold on. I remember when after I got my first $100,000, I'm like, okay, this is ground zero for me. I can't never go up under $100,000. So when I start getting to, boy, you ain't got but $150,000, I feel like, I ain't got no money. I got to make some money. So, and I always kept that mentality. I'm still that way to this day.
So you have like a stop.
And
then you're like, fuck it, I got to go grind. Cause
I got to go get some money.
And what do you do when you feel like you got to go get some money? What's the first thing you about to go do?
Is get creative. It helps me get creative on what I need to do. I started producer camp from that. It's like, bro, I need to find another avenue. I need to find another way to, get back relevant, get some money flowing, things of that nature. So it's like, even with starting a distribution company, a lot of times, that's what help you get creative and help you get motivated, where it's like, okay, I need to make some money.
Yeah. I feel like we can collab on that producer camp one day. On some real stuff. I got an opportunity for you. I just bought the Legacy Center cash. So, we adding, we want to add curriculum, especially music curriculum. And the fact that you already have the structure is impressive to me, where I would want to pitch my idea to you. Like I said, I already put up the money cash to build it on. I'm ready to, add some things to it. So do you still own a barbershop on Stonecrest?
In Stonecrest, yep. Matter of fact, we got a meeting about it tomorrow because I just changed the name to Zay's Barbershop. It used to be First Class, but all the barbers like, man, you need to put your name in it. That's what's gonna make it jump off. So I just changed the name. So the sign I think we're doing that tomorrow.
It will say Zaytoven.
It say Zay, not Zaytoven. It should be Zay.
Yeah, it's your boy Lil Baby. I'm right here with Aristotle Investment.
Hey, what's what's up? It's your girl, Big Glow, and I'm right here with my boy, Aristotle.
Let's get it.
He about to teach me about these dividends and saving money.
It's your boy DC Young Fly, man. I'm here with my boy Aristotle.
Shout out to Aristotle. I took his class.
Man, this dude is the truth, dog. He just put me on game on like investments, dividends, stock market.
I sit around with a bunch of my friends and we talk about stocks all day now.
Man, I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. Stupid knowledge, you dig?
I've learned so much. Aristotle has put my trading level on top.
I done learned so much about stock trading, options in particular. It's really changed my whole life and concept about money and investing.
This dude taking people off the corner, man.
I can honestly just say that, like before Aristotle, dude, I was trading off of impulse. A little bit of stuff I learned off of YouTube. But this package, it's the real deal. It'll get you trading off of real facts. You'll be able to back check and you'll be able to know what you're doing, not just jump in because you think it's right.
I really should go check out their campaign if you really got something going on. Y'all know me, I'm trying to get my 100 M's any kind of way I can. Yep.
This is Aristotle Investments, and welcome to Stock Sundays, where I go over a recap of last week's top news you may have missed, option trade recaps and strategies I take, important data and earnings to look forward to, a watch list for next week. And if you stay to the end, I do a live Q&A.
Live every Sunday.
Tap in. So, you used to be a barber.
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah.
I cut all 6 years of the military. And you said it helped pay for your producer equipment.
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy because barbering money is what I use to trade. So I would live off my Army money and invest my barber money. I would take it to Navy Federal, all the cash, put it in an account, put it in Robinhood, and I would invest.
Oh, that's what's up.
So people thought I was just so lit because every month I got a new 3,000. But they don't realize I'm saving 100% of my barber money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like by the time that account reached like 30 racks, after like 10 months of saving, people like, what in the world? And then I'm investing the money. So now it's like a 50. And you know what I'm saying? And that's what took me off. So you paid for your producer equipment barber money.
Yeah.
How much did you charge back in the day?
Man, that's crazy. Cutting hair, man. We couldn't charge with $12 to $15. I get a haircut now, it's $60 to $80. $100. I mean, I paid a guy to come to my house and cut my hair, so it's like $125. But it's like, bro, I used to give $12 to get a hair for a haircut. $12, $15 with the shave and everything. Oh, that'd be $15.
With all that.
With everything.
Crazy.
But it wasn't about, I never been the guy that's like, I'm a hustler. I enjoy making money, but that's never been just like, I'm money hungry. I enjoyed, what I was doing. Like, I didn't want to leave the barbershop. Like I say, I was in the barbershop cutting hair when my song was #1 on Billboard. Not that I needed the barbershop money. It's $12, $15 getting a hahaircut.
It just humbled you?
It's just, I enjoyed that environment. I wanted to be there. I wanted to be around the people. In the barbershop, you joning all day, you
right.
know, joking all day. I enjoyed that environment. And like music was like still like a hobby to me. Even though I done made all this money doing it and I'm who I am, it's like, bro, I still enjoy doing that. That's like going to play basketball. I'm having fun doing that.
Once a barber, always a barber. Because I got a show where I'm going to cut hair. Maybe we should cut hair one day and chop it up.
Let's do
like
that.
You bring a person, I bring a person.
But
like, it's the, you sometimes a man's therapist. A man could be having a hard time. I done been that so many times because I was in the Army. Due to deploy. Something happened with his old lady. Always. And then, you know what I'm saying?
Talk to him.
I gotta be the one to talk to him. You get what I'm saying? So I just started learning at a young age. And these men older than me. I was cutting hair at 19, 20, 21, 18,
Yeah.
So I started cutting hair when I was 24. Yeah. When did you stop?
When I stopped, I would say when it'd be around 2013. I think when Versace kind of blew up with Migos and Drake, it kind of just made it where I still want to go to the barbershop, but I couldn't go back because everybody know who I am now, and they coming just to take pictures and give me a CD and all that. And the barber's like, come on, Zay, bro, come on, get out of here, bro. All right, let us make some money.
They would only want to go to you.
Just because of who, because of the music.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'd be trying to get in that chair too. Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
So what characteristics have you picked up from your mother and father? If you had to say.
let me see. From my dad, hard worker, probably definitely a hard worker. Stable person. He's
He the type don't want to go broke either.
Nah, that's the backbone of the family. So if you're gonna lean or depend on somebody, it's gonna be him. And that's how you, as a man of a family, I feel like that's how you're supposed to be.
To this day.
To this day.
No matter how much money you got, it's the backbone.
It's the backbone.
That's lit.
Yeah, for sure. So I learned a lot from my dad. My dad was in the military, so, I learned discipline, you know what I mean? Consistency. A lot of that I learned, watching my dad. Like I said, I was sitting there watching him get up, go to work. Pop was in the military. He retired from there. Then he worked at the VA for another 20-some years. So I watched him just work. So that put it, made me feel like that's what I need to be doing. My mom, I think a lot of my talent comes from my mom. Like my mom was a choir director at church. And she just always had that,
So
she
creative
sing,
side.
yeah, she creative. She just had that. And she's kind of outgoing, like, she's more outgoing. And I think I get that from her as well, too.
Do you believe it's sometimes DNA based or it's kind of both where you study your parents and then sometimes it could be just something like, cause you know how, I've heard stories where dude might not even know his father, but when they meet, they have similar characteristics. They sit the same, they walk the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of DNA. I go to the gym with my dad right now, right?
Right.
And everybody in there like, bro, you a clone. Or you and your daddy are identical. I mean, I cut my pop's hair. I got like a long string of hair that grow right here. He got the same thing.
Oh, wow.
When I shave his beard, like, I feel like on my beard, like my hair is like extra rough right here.
Right.
When I cut his hair, it's right in this same spot. It's like, it's just extra tough right there. So it's a lot of things that, I feel like you get from your parents. But then, like you're saying, studying them and saying, okay, I want to do something a little different than that. You know what I mean? Just like I think how I am with my kids now. Because my dad will come tell me that all the time. He said, man, I watch you with your kids and you just so much more involved and advanced than I was.
Right.
And maybe, he couldn't be. It's different times back then. But I see where things like that I like what he did, but I want to improve or do something a little different.
So he seemed to be like a provider type father.
Yeah.
Like a real like enforcer too. Like
real enforcer. Yeah, you're going to get whooped. You're going to get whooped by him and you don't want to get whooped by him.
I fuck up
you got to see him. That's right. I don't want to see him.
No.
But, I use those same principles, but at the same time, I'm able to spend a lot more time with my kids and do a lot more things with them. So
I like that you not portraying a lifestyle. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys, if they were making or producing the type of music you produce, they gonna say, I used to do this. I used to pop this person back in the day. I robbed this person.
Oh, no.
Like I like how you not, doing that.
The biggest blessing about what I do is I never done nothing but music. I was cutting hair, but music, when I look at everything I got, when I look at the cars, I look at the house, I look at my parents' house, I look at just everything we have, I look at it as like, dang, but it came from selling beats. All this stuff just was, selling beats. It wasn't no I ain't never robbed nobody, I ain't never stole nothing, I ain't pimped no woman, I ain't, did none of that before. I ain't never done none of that. So, it's a blessing to see that just the work I've done, with my hands and see everything that I have from it.
Do you feel like you sleep better at night knowing that you stayed on the straight and narrow?
Definitely. And that's an everyday thing, man. It's like a lot of people gonna say like, Zay, you just this and that, you all that. And I'm like, okay, I mean, that's cool, but I'm still striving to be better than what I am. So that's what helps me, sleep at night is just that constant thrive to be better and to do better. You know what I mean? So I feel like even like you, what we do, we make money and we want to continue to make money. We want to continue to get bigger, bigger and better in what we do. But as a person, it even feels that much more better. It's like, man, I'm that much more of an example for my kids or whatever. So,
Okay. Man, I asked some great questions.
yes, sir.
So what was the first moment you felt like you blew up? You said Versace? That's when you were like, this is getting crazy. Like,
So my first big song was So Icy with Gucci and Jeezy. That's 2004.
yeah, that one was crazy.
Yeah, so that was when I first kind of like, okay, man, my song on the radio. Oh, my song number 1 on the radio. Oh, I just got a check in the mail. So that was my first time being like, oh, I ain't never took the music that serious, but it might be something I need to take serious. When Make the Trap Say A OJ the Juice Man started doing good, and it's like, okay, this all people are playing. At that time, I start feeling like, okay, I'm kind of getting successful. I'm starting to make my name in this because not only was the song on the radio, but Gucci had mixtapes out, OJ had mixtapes out, and all they was saying on every song, Zaytoven, Zay on the beat. Shout out to Zaytoven, you know what I mean? So everywhere I went, people don't know what I look like, but all they know is like Zaytoven the man. Just cause
I got you confused with Usher one.
Yeah.
I already told you that, bro.
Yeah, people ain't
but
know
you
what I
said you
look
never
like.
got that before. Like nobody ever said you look like Usher.
Usher?
Yeah.
I ain't know. Man, that's all they say.
What? Oh, for real?
Man, I was getting that since high school.
I was about to say, bro.
So when I was actually hanging with Usher, every interview we did, every time we
Twins.
that's all they saying, bro. Y'all twins. Straight up.
Yeah, man. Oh man, that's dope. So you work with Usher. Did you do anything on Confessions?
No, I didn't never met Usher before then. I was just a fan. Like I'm like, I'm just listening to this music as a fan. I ain't never in my life think I'm gonna be working with him. Even when I did Papers, I didn't actually meet him. I just did the music, got it to Sean Garrett, and they worked it out. I never met Usher then. Even though our song was number 1, I had never met him then. When we did the A project together, that's when we met and we was hanging out like brothers, ever since then.
Right. And then y'all realized, damn, bro, we look
Yeah, we was laughing about that a lot.
All right, cool. So what is some advice you would give your younger self to capitalize on your career better? Like if you had to say, they told me you should do this so you can make more money doing this. Like what do you feel like some ways you could have made more money knowing what you know now?
Ways I could have made more money. I think back in the day, if I really was thinking about signing the artists I was working with, like if I had signed Gucci, if I had signed OJ, if I had signed Migos back then, if I was in that mindset, I think I would have made a whole lot more money.
Like 100 million more.
Yeah, it would have made, because this like these my artists, and now the label have to come pay me for the artist. But like I said, I never looked at this stuff like I'm trying to make $100 million.
DJ Drama said the same thing.
I never looked at it.
I should have did some equity deals back in the day.
We could have done that. And any real smart businessman, that would have been their angle.
But it was more so on the bro code back then.
We just love the music and we love doing it. We love working with these artists. And so I wasn't thinking about that. I was just happy that my song finna be on the album that they putting out.
So y'all didn't understand the business back in the day. It was just talent. And
it was talent, and I'm enjoying. I mean, I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm not a guy that's like, I'm coming in as a business person putting stuff together. I'm an actual talent that love being in the studio. Me and Gucci, I love doing this every day. We got a song that blew up. I wasn't thinking like, boy, I need to sign him. Get the album done, then go to Atlantic and see if we can do it. I wasn't thinking like that.
So, cool.
And I was thinking like that now.
Oh, for real?
Even in the position I'm in, that's not really my angle. I love.
You're not trying to sign no artists?
It's a lot to it. And the money, to me, a lot of times the money don't be worth it. It's not about making, $100 million. That's not really my aim. If I can enjoy doing what I'm doing now and be comfortable the way I'm doing, and I can still walk around in the mall with my kids and go to the games, and that's the best. I mean, I feel
that's
like
what I
don't
tell
get no
people
better
too.
than
Like it get to a certain point where when no paparazzi and all those people come, you don't want it no more.
I get a lot right now.
Right.
So, and that's at the level I'm at. And that's, that's more than enough. I still want to enjoy my life. I don't want to be a prisoner to the music.
That's how I feel too. Even with when I bought that building, it was way too much attention than I'm used to. I'm used to just being myself.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like now I gotta really think about watch what I say. You get what I'm saying? Like when really I don't have a filter. That's what my brand really was built on. Yeah. But now like people expect a certain level of,
Of course.
Yeah, so those things with fame it comes, okay, now you can't be yourself no more.
It ain't worth the money, don't be worth it.
It really don't.
Right.
Like I'd rather just have independent who likes me, buys from me, and that's it.
That's it.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Nah, for sure. But yeah, man, like I asked as many questions as I could, man. What are some artists you would like to work with?
I done worked with almost everybody out there. Like,
so it's not hard for you, like you're not getting like if you request somebody, it's usually a yes.
No.
For real?
But I'm not usually requesting people like that. Now, when I did the album, like I said, I did Trap Holiday, I called the people I wanted to be on the album. Everybody just done it. No problem. If I call Gucci, if I call Future, if I call Lil Uzi Vert, if I call Migos, if I call 2 Chainz, if I call, these are people I like working with.
Right.
So, that's no problem. And people outside of that is not really, I just like working with people that want to work with me, pretty much.
So it's really no longer about like, I'm just clout chasing to try to get this. Like, it's like, hey,
nah.
I'm the same way. Like, I don't really care about the money. I care about, what I'm saying?
Chemistry, like what we got going on.
Yeah.
Like, other than that, man, it's like we ain't got to work together. That's cool.
Everybody think too when you come around, like you got to do something with them. Yeah. But you mature enough to have gone through all of this and know what to do and whatnot. Yeah, I already know.
Yes, sir.
So like, what if it's somebody who you don't want to work with, but they're requesting you? You would still do it?
I still do it.
Okay.
It's not really people. It is not. I can't name nobody I don't want to work with. I work if they want to work with me, then I'm with it. Unless I just don't like the character of that person, or I don't like how they get down or whatever. But
there's no way you like every single artist, though.
Well, no, I don't. Definitely not. But it's part of the it's part of the game too. Like it could be an artist that I don't care that much about, but they popular. It's gonna make some money.
I had an interesting question. Mm-hmm. So you were in the church to hang, but you're doing
trap music.
Mm-hmm. And you're around artists who are doing stuff that you probably won't agree with. Can you walk me through what is your mindset during that moment? Do you just have I ain't gonna judge, I'm just here for this is business, stay out of that? Or do you sometimes try to go mentor them and say, hey dog, you a little bit too high in here. You a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they a little bit too high.
Yeah. I know that happened before.
So I always felt like me being who I am or being the example was enough. Rather than having to go talk and say, man, I think you need to do this or that. One thing that stick out to me is back when I first started working with Gucci, and we used to go to different studios and work with different artists. Say if we go into the studio, go work with Jeezy or whoever else. The first thing Gucci say is, hey man, this is my producer Zaytoven. He don't drink, he don't cuss, he don't smoke. Like he's saying all this in the introduction. And it's like, bro, why are you saying all that? Why you doing all that? Don't do all that.
Right.
But to somebody like Gucci, which is a real street, thorough guy, takes pride in my character. And he wants to show and brag to other people about how I am. You know what I mean? So that alone just showed me that being around these people, being around people that they not like me, they do different things, I can still be a light or example to these people because they looking at me. They looking at me a certain type of way, and they might not stop getting high right now or this and that, but sooner or later, if you look at Gucci now, right?
Yeah, you watch them
Watch
evolve.
Gucci.
Wow.
Gucci went from, you know, robbing and like, I mean, Gucci, the, you know,
Yeah,
the boogeyman out here,
right.
to being, I was at his wedding, you know, I was in his wedding on TV. You know, when I watch him, I said, this man getting married on TV now. That's crazy.
You could you imagine the Gucci you knew if you had to, if there was a time when you said this is him, that somebody said this is gonna be Gucci, you'd be like, hell no.
Nah, not Gucci. Yeah. But that just goes to show though. It's like sometimes, man, you can, you know, I think actions speak louder than words, and people are watching. I always feel like people watching. So, you know, I gotta make sure I'm the person, you know, that people can watch and be like, nah, dude right there is the real deal. He real stand up, or he this type of person. A lot of times people, you can tell somebody this and that, but then you out doing some crazy stuff. It's like, oh man, that man ain't talking about nothing. He just talking.
So you were a part of the sorry, I got here. Allergies fucked up. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you were a part of the So Icy thing, right? And then they fell out. Mm-hmm. So how did that get in the way of, you know, did that get in the way when they were beefing, that when you came out with that? Like, did that affect you in any way? Their feud?
I think it affected me as in the song didn't get big as it should have, or it could have got, because of what was going on.
They couldn't perform together.
They couldn't perform together. It couldn't go on Jeezy album, because at the time Jeezy was the biggest artist out. So, you know, other than that though, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't no big effect. And me, I was the type of guy, like, I know Gucci. Gucci come to my house every day. This is who I record with every day.
Right.
So if it don't get no bigger than Gucci, then oh well. I didn't get in this music trying to be some big time producer anyway.
So that made you fall out with Jeezy, or didn't?
I didn't know Jeezy. I met Jeezy through Gucci.
Oh, okay.
You know, when we did the So Icy song. So, you know, I didn't really.
That was your last song you ever did with Jeezy?
No, I did 3-4 other songs with Jeezy.
After that. Okay, and that didn't.
So it didn't
affect your relationship with Gucci. So people don't pretty much try to make people choose sides a lot in the music industry.
Even if they did, it's like me and Gucci are on the same page, and we know a time. You know, we know. I remember when I did the song "Trap or Die 2" for Jeezy. Gucci called me like, bro, I think that's the hardest song Jeezy did in a long time. You know, just to show it, like, man, I ain't got no issue with you working with him. Right. You supposed to go work with him. You know what I mean? This is what you do. You're a music producer. When people call on you.
And they still listen to each other music and stuff.
Yeah. So.
That's dope. Because you know more about that than anybody. You know what I'm saying? You were right in the middle of it.
I was right there.
Yeah. So like you being
I was at the barbershop. And I was like, man, people were trying to get me to sign the paperwork over to, you know, for Jeezy with Def Jam. But then Gucci was with Big Cats. Like, I'm the producer. Like I say, I own 50% of the song. So the song can't go nowhere unless I sign off and say, this the person that's going to use it.
So that puts you in a jam.
Man, I was at the bar, people coming up to the barbershop with contracts and everything. And I was like, boy.
Can you tell me what direction you decided?
Well, easy. It was Gucci.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I didn't know Jeezy. I only knew Jeezy because Gucci, I went with Gucci to the studio when he said Jeezy wanted to get on the song with him. Gucci at my house every day, 7 in the morning.
Right.
I'm talking about every day. So me and him building, you know, we building chemistry together. We building music together. So it wasn't no question on, you know, which way.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So is there any last words you would like to say to the audience that I have? I have like a broad audience. They love music, investing, life in general. What would you say? Man, I say tap in with Zaytoven, man. Make sure y'all follow me. You know, make sure y'all follow my socials. Zaytoven Beats, that's all across the board. And see what I got going on. You know, a lot of times with your people, we might can partner up and do something together. Just like how you said, me, you need to partner up. Nah, for sure, dog. Because I got some stuff that I want to pitch to you. Because you already got the curriculum. Can you explain before you leave, like what exactly is in your producer academy and what would they be receiving? Well, so what I do now is
like the last producer camp I did was a 3-day camp where, man, I mean, people would fly from, man, I had somebody come from Africa one time. I done had dentists, you know, like I done had older people come. I'm like, man, you want to make some beats? To younger people, it's just a lot of different people that come from a lot of different places. And that's how strong music is, you know, and people want to, you know, get into music. So that's just really me. I'm giving people my story. I'm giving people, you know, my ways, my tricks and trades of what I do and how I made it in the industry. But then I have a lot of other people that, you know, that kind of help, you know, mold and shape the producers that's trying to get in the game. There's a lot of people that want to do music. They want to be in the position that I'm in. And I feel like it's really my duty to kind of give back and try to show them, you know, show them the ropes on what they need to do. I actually got the guy that started me playing the piano. He actually breaks down my music. And I didn't know this. A guy by the name of Hugh Davis. He used to take a lot of time out with me, come to my house, show me how to play songs on the piano. And I would sit there and just, you know, go over it over and over again, just learning these songs. He then broke down my music saying, Zay, your music is like Beethoven. You do a lot of stuff in your music that you don't know how great and creative they are. So he's writing out sheet music to all the music I produce, you know, like the big songs for Future or Nicki Minaj or whatever. He's writing down the sheet music to these songs so that, you know, up-and-coming producers can actually learn the different chords and progressions and runs that I'm doing. He know all the, man, he knew stuff. He telling me stuff about my music I don't even know.
I do remember, like, in music, they had the little notes and stuff. Do you know those still?
I don't. That's what I'm saying.
You
I don't know how to read music.
So
he's a professor in music.
Like, what do you read when you play
ear? I don't read anything. I learn from playing in church by listening and saying, okay, it sounds like this, or this what I need to do, or this the chord they're going to. So I learn by listening. You put a piece of paper in front of me to read, I don't know, I can't tell what that is.
And last question, where does the name Zaytoven come from?
The name comes from Beethoven. Beethoven was a German composer,
right?
You know, that did a lot of sheet music. Now his music, you can go read it and play it. I didn't give myself that name. A friend of mine, I was making beats for him in San Francisco. His name was Forrest. For the Love was his rap name.
Right. And
he was like the only guy that like, man, here go 2000, man, come and make me some beats or whatever. And you know how you go make beats for some people, they be like, man, I want a beat that sound like this, or I need something hard, or I need this and that. He used to be like, bro, whatever you make, you know.
Right.
I'm gonna rap on whatever you make. So me naturally playing music in church, every time I make a beat, I'm adding a lot of piano and stuff in it because that's all I know to do. And he was watching me make the beat. He was like, man, you play that piano so good, boy. You like Beethoven. So I ought to call you Zaytoven. He was just joking. But I didn't even use that name till 2 years later when I moved to Atlanta.
And you just remember from
I just remember like, I moved to Atlanta, but I need to give me a name, a producer name. And that just stuck out to me.
And then you told him that, like,
I told him that. I didn't put his name in every interview. The people asked me about the name. So
where is he at?
He's here. He in Atlanta now.
Okay, but he was in San Francisco.
San Francisco, yep.
Okay, so you still see him?
Yeah, I go see him. Yeah, I go see him all the time.
That's dope that you still pay homage to the people who you were around before you left. Before you took off. Well, look, that concludes the show, Kicking It with OGs. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. We kicked a lot of game. He gave me so much wisdom. Very humble guy. You know what I'm saying? It's rare, to be so humble these days. But yeah, man, God bless. Kicking with OGs.
Salute.
We out. Here's why you need to get this ebook right now. It is the best stock market ebook on the market. And to cater to you guys' short attention spans, everything I can't say on one page, I say in the video. So all you gotta do is click watch video, and it'll go straight to a video. What's going on, Mythbusters? Okay. Let's get this thing started. Let's get this through. You'll see that I'm talking about a lot. Is something we're always going to be doing, day trading especially. Facebook users, click the link. Instagram users, you can simply comment the word book on any of my posts or under this post.
to get the link sent to your DM for the book. It is $24. It will literally teach you from A to Z how to get started. Let's get it.